So I was told Friday night, but I wasn't in a place to reveal it. But now Rich Paul has revealed it publicly that as of Friday night, it was 10 to 12 more days minimum. That the reevaluation that's going to be released today, throw that out the window, that it was 10 to 12 days minimum from Friday night. I've now been told, and cross off OKC and cross off Houston's Rich Paul said, probably also cross off Golden State. So that means this is officially the most significant injury of LeBron's career, the only real injury of LeBron's career, and what that means for him moving forward, I'm sure we'll discuss at length later. For the Lakers right now, the story is this was an opportunity with LeBron out and with Rondo out for one of these young players to show, okay, I'm going to take a back seat when LeBron's out there. But when he's not, we're not going to be the Cavs of the last few years that can't win a game without him. But they basically have been. And it is really, to me, disappointing to see the stagnation from last year to this year of Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram. They're statistically identical players that are just slightly worse than they were last year, playing almost identical minutes. Ingram, he's down in rebounds and assists and three-point percentage. Lonzo's down in points, rebounds, and assists, slightly up in three-point percentage. The lack of growth, and by the way, add D'Angelo Russell. When he was on this team, the lack of growth for him until he went to the Nets and actually blossomed a bit as a player. These are guys that were blue-chip prospects, and the only player that I've seen substantial growth from is your guy Kuzma. And given the circumstances of what I've seen from the other guys, I give Kuzma the credit for that more than I give the Lakers' infrastructure. That's the most concerning thing is, where is the pop of their young two blue chippers?
And when you don't have development in two guys that you spent those high lottery picks on, that's when you start to get pressure on the coach. Because it's one thing to win games. It's another thing to be able to develop young players. You might not like the coach in Philadelphia. You might not like his strategy. You might not like it. But the reason why he's still there is because when they were losing, those players develop. That's why you could have Ben Simmons in the highlight. That's why you can have Joel Embiid going off last night for 31. And when you don't have that, and you've seen the lack of development in Ingram, lack of development in Ball. And now I'm going to give them a little bit of a break because this Lakers team is not put together to be absent of Rondo and absent of LeBron. Like, you need one of those playmakers in there. Now, yes, there is an opportunity. There's an opportunity for someone else to be the primary ball handler, that being either Ingram or Ball. Neither one of them have embraced that or taken over that. And also there's an opportunity for leadership. And that's one of the things that I don't see in either one of these players. And you can be a lottery pick, but it's hard not to be an elite player, be a top 5 lottery pick, and not be some type of substantial type of leadership that comes from you. Like that part right there, the coaching development and the lack of leadership and potential energy between those two players, I believe that to be a problem, and that's a Magic Johnson, Rob Pelinka problem.
Yes. I mean, can you look at this and say, well, when LeBron is in there, or to some degree Rondo, the guys don't have to do as much. They don't have to, maybe they're not spending as much time developing because there's always, well, we've got this safety net, so let's just sort of play, and at the end in the fourth quarter, he's going to save us again. Maybe that hampers or stunts their development or growth a little bit.
But so here's the thing, like, maybe the Lakers will be fine. Like, they are still going to get playoff LeBron. They are still going to have Rondo back. They are still, if they end up on the other side of the bracket than Golden State, I think they could win a couple rounds in the playoffs because of LeBron. But what about these players? What about the number 2 pick of the 2017 draft, Lonzo Ball, the number 2 pick of the 2016 draft, Brandon Ingram, and what those guys are supposed to be on their NBA trajectory? What about who those guys are that if LeBron after this season were to say, you know what, I just want to be a movie star. You know what, I want to move to Nepal and be I'm done. Who are those players?
Right.
And
There's no
what does
excuses
it
for
mean
those players not to develop, and not only the impact it's going to have on this season, but if you're a free agent, if you're Kawhi, you're like, I like the Clippers, Doc Rivers. Remember, they got some players far more developed than the younger Lakers players, and man, I'll stay in the same building, and I like the Clippers situation better because of the lack of development. So it becomes important also from a trade standpoint.
Of course.
A superstar coming there, and from a trade standpoint, you want the league to be clamoring. I want this guy. I want that guy. I want that guy. And now, right now, who they want? They want Kyle Kuzma, which should be the third guy in a trade that they should be discussing.
That's the most disappointing part of this. There was potential silver lining. Oh, LeBron's going to miss. I thought it'd be 3 to 5. Chris said it'd be longer than that. Now it's now going to be 10 to 13 games he ends up missing, or 11. We know at least 11. That, oh, well, during this month of basketball, Ingram or Ball can really enhance their trade value, show they could be the centerpiece of a trade. They haven't done that. And I won't believe those guys, I can't put it all on the Lakers, I won't believe those guys are putting the work in until they're not shooting 62% and 42% respectively from the free throw line. Wow. Like from the free throw line. Come on. Like that it shouldn't be that hard.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.